Barbara Thomas, a realtor with John Ray Realty in Monroe, Louisiana. And today I'm with Dr. Paul Sylvester at the ULM Pharmaceutical School. Dr. Sylvester does breast cancer research. When I spoke to him a few weeks ago, the things that really grabbed me was his passion for his work. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Sure. Basically, ever since graduate school, I was studying. I was trained as an endocrinologist, and we were studying endocrine-dependent cancers like breast cancer, prostate cancer, and one of the interests we had was nutrition in cancer, and we were studying high-fat diets and cancer. And in rat models and mice models, high-fat diets will stimulate mammary tumor development. And then one of the questions that came up was, well, did it matter if it was saturated or unsaturated, vegetable or animal fats that were important? So we did an experiment where we basically tested a whole range of different kinds of fats, animal, vegetable, highly saturated to very unsaturated, and basically they all stimulated the tumors. The one exception was palm oil. Now the difference between corn oil and safflower oil and soybean oil, they're full of vitamin E, but it's all tocopherols. Where palm oil, 80% is tocotrienols. So that was the difference we saw. And so we stripped the tocotrienols out, we repeated the study, and the protective effect of the high-fat diets were gone. So that's when we started studying vitamin E in cancer and instead of fat in cancer. And then in subsequent years, we were studying the mechanisms, how tocotrienols inhibit, particularly we were focused on mammary cancer growth. And they're very powerful anti-cancer agents. They work by shutting down pathways that are either defective, mutated, unregulated in cancer cells that make the cells grow uncontrollably. It's not a magic bullet, but it will work. It's very potent against epithelial type of cancer, particularly breast cancer and prostate cancer. And subsequently, we've been working on how to optimize it, optimize delivery so we can get the most into the patient.
Now, I know that you've had many papers published.
Yeah.
When was your first paper published?
Well,
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, okay. Well, I graduated with my PhD in 1982, and so I published a few papers when I was in graduate school, but I really started with tocotrienols in the 80s, and when I worked at Roswell Park Cancer Institute in Buffalo, and that's where we really made the initial discovery that palm oil had this anti-cancer effect, and it was the tocotrienols that were involved, and so that started way back in the 80s, and then subsequently I've been pretty much staying with this area. So we've published a lot of papers. I don't know how many, but it's around 100. Yeah.
That's wonderful, and this is all happening right here in Monroe, Louisiana at the ULM Pharmacy School. We thank you so much for being with us today, and we thank you most of all for the work that you're doing in breast cancer research.
Thank you very much.